ability to pay the doctor to assist me because half of the condition pre-existed and the other half happened as a result of the accident. That's an absurd proposition on their part. But of course, if the quantity of money in controversy were large enough, it would be worth going to court over, just over that. The problem, of course, that we see is that very often people who've been through this sort of railroading by an insurance company actually do develop medical problems that are serious enough that they start to cost a lot of money, and it becomes worth litigating. And so now insurers get dragged into court eventually after they've gotten clean away with the scam for umpteen patients, and the umpteen and one patient comes along and has a set of symptoms that don't resolve and get worse, and the medical bills pile up, and this person finds counsel and brings a claim, and they go to court, and a jury ends up hearing the case, and somewhere in the middle of it, when it starts to look good and embarrassing, there might be a settlement offer, or more often what happens is the jury goes ahead and rules and says, give the man the money, and the insurer then hires a team of attorneys who dream up 73 frivolous reasons that the trial court must have made a mistake, and then they find grounds for appeal. And then they appeal the verdict, and then during the course of the appeal, they negotiate the numbers down and say, well, how much money are you really willing to lose? And okay, you as a result of us not paying you, you lost $19,000 paying medical bills. And so since you lost $19,000 and you charged half of that against a credit card, and the credit card interest is mounting up at 20% a month, tell you what, if we gave you $8,000 and zeroed out your credit card balance, would you be willing to drop this case right now? A lot of people say yes. A lot of people say yes. And that's exactly why the system stays corrupted. The system is corrupted because the incentives are there to corrupt it. There's a monetary incentive to deny that people are sick. There's a monetary incentive to deny why people are sick. As long as that situation proceeds, that there's a monetary incentive to deny things, the problem will continue. Most alarmingly, to me, as looking at trends in public policy, I see there's a movement in the U.S. To conduct so-called tort reform. The idea behind tort reform is that an insurer should have reduced liability in the cases where a jury sees it the way the patient sees it. So we have a range of options available to people that now that are being choked off. In Texas, it's gotten particularly bad. There's a bit of poetic irony to it. An attorney I know in Houston was telling the story of one of Governor Rick Perry's aides who had campaigned for a tort reform law. He became the victim of medical malpractice and found out that he himself couldn't sue. He'd written a law that was so effective at doing the insurance company's job for them that there was no way to get his money. He ended up having to fork it out himself. Now, it's a funny story, but it's not very funny to the rest of us who've got problems like this. So it's bottom line. We have to get rid of the corrupting influences, the corrupting incentives. If there's a way to make money by lying, people will do it.
I'm just gonna have him do the give pain a voice, and I think that's it. So I'd like you just to hold that up somewhere in front of you and say